Hey, what is up guys? So today I want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh in real life. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh for HoloLens. Now, I want to give credit to the guy that's made this. Any of you Yu-Gi-Oh fans that want to follow this guy, his name is General Kid. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button on his channel. But nonetheless, he just made a pretty big update, so I wanted to update you guys on this. A lot of you guys asked me to talk about this a while back when it blew up, and I'm like, as cool as it is, I feel like a lot of these Yu-Gi-Oh projects, as some of you guys know, there's a lot of really dedicated Yu-Gi-Oh fans, and this is such an ambitious project. Like I said, I'll link all the videos down below. Credit to General Kid for like this amazing, fan project that he's making. But the thing is there's several thousand Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all right? And obviously, people are gonna have their favorite cards. Like, why isn't Beaver Warrior in the game? You know, obviously, it's gonna take a long time if he decided to go through and make every single Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's mind blowing, especially as a fan project with no like huge team to help him make it. But look how cool this is. Now it gets a lot better. I know some of you guys are like, well, he's not even using real cards. I want to duel, in like an alternate virtual reality. Wait guys, because it does get better as it progresses. Now this is a early build. You guys can see it says pre-alpha June 2016. And it's really cool though, it's 3D, and the thing that I feel like makes this so much better than like a device like the HTC Vive, this is using the Microsoft HoloLens. And I also want to talk about like how realistic is this for most of us Yu-Gi-Oh players, because I want to get your guys' feedback on this. It's really cool. I mean, HTC Vive, you're sitting at home and you have this little thing and everything's 3D. It's okay, but I think that the future, as far as Yu-Gi-Oh dueling goes, it's just definitely all about being able to do it in real life, like you see in the anime, seeing cards, be able to be in an environment that's like your room. Like you guys can see over here, this is an update that he made over in October, so he's updating you guys on this. And like I said, he just made an update. So this one over here shows off that he's interacting with a real card, like it's in a duel disc, so you guys would be able to, put on these like glasses, and you can still see like the real world, and that's where I feel like this beats the HTC Vive. But the thing is, again, it's going to be very difficult to do this because there's so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it has to pick them up. Now, he had a little bit of issues with scanning certain cards, and, that obviously will be fixed in the future. And I'm sure that that is something that wouldn't really hurt too much, like as far as this goes, like as far as development goes. Like you just need to be able to perhaps read, like I'm not sure if he's reading the images. Like I said, I'll link everything down below. But a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about it because he did make an update. More importantly, on that Dark Magician girl though. Ooh, I know a lot of you guys are gonna be doing dirty things, that upskirt though. But the thing is, there is actually there's a game called Waifu Simulator. I'll actually make a video on that later. I don't know. It'll probably get age restricted, but anyways, it's okay. So you guys can see there's a 3D Dark Magician girl, and again, keep in mind, guys, that there's not a huge team working on this. So some of the stuff is just gonna take a long time. And granted, maybe some of you guys that are 3D renderers, you guys can contact him and he can maybe get a team, because I feel like this guy is just doing such an amazing like ambitious project. And one problem with this is the next thing I wanted to bring up, is that you guys know some of the best stuff that's made from Yu-Gi-Oh has came out from the fans, but I feel like a problem could be, NAS, Konami are like, yo, we don't want this, take this off like the App Store or whatever it is, which really sucks because, I feel like Konami won't make a game that is for VR, and I'll get into that in a second, I'll talk a little bit about that. But you guys can see, like, these are real cards now. He's able to rotate them. Sometimes, again, keep in mind that, this is like an earlier build of the game. It's not, like, finished by any means. It's a very, again, ambitious project. But you can see that he's rotating the cards, and it's really cool. Let's go to the Dark Magician girl, though. Some of them, he mentions that they're harder to, like, actually get to work. Does he get Dark Magician to work in this one? He's trying to get it to work. Anyways, you guys can see Blue Eyes. I think that this, again, it's pretty cool, but one problem that I foresee in this, and let me get into the problems that it has. And again, this was the update that was really recent. This is February 10th, so just a few days ago, he updated us on this, and that's cool that he's continuously doing stuff with this. But okay, so here's the problems that I have. A lot of you guys were like, oh, they should make a Yu-Gi-Oh game that's for VR. First off, guys, this is the problem, and I'm gonna lose like 90% of you already right at this when I show you guys what is the price of it. Keep in mind, this is still the dev kit, so this could be more expensive than the final version, but most of you guys would be lost at this point. You look at that and you're like, 4,000, 6,000, okay, I'm done, I'm not gonna buy it. But keep in mind, guys, in the future things will get cheaper, and again, that's the dev kit. But this, it's cool, but okay, so main problem is, first off, it's very, very expensive. Second off, making all the cards in 3D. That will take so long if there's only like one or a few people working on it. Like, this is a very ambitious project. Third, Konami at any point, or NAS, could be like, that. Those are our images, you can't do it. Fourth off, these guys wouldn't be getting paid. I mean, maybe they can, you know, crowdsource it, you know, a GoFundMe or heck, you know, anything like that. I would be more than happy to link it if they decide to go make a GoFundMe. Because again, this is so cool that someone's actually trying to do this. But I feel like Konami probably won't want to make a game like this because it would be very costly. And as far as Yu-Gi-Oh goes, it's not like a game that's blowing up to the point where they really have a huge amount of income to make something that I think won't generate that much revenue for them. Like, I'm saying that making all the cards in 3D and then trying to push this to the HoloLens, think about how many people would actually own a HoloLens that would be interested in this. There might be people, don't get me wrong, but I think that it's a very, very niche market, if you guys understand what I'm saying. But I would love to know if you guys would actually be interested in purchasing this. You know, I'm saying, like, you're talking several $1,000s on the HoloLens. And after that, on top of that, I don't think that he would charge for this. I assume this is going to be a very ambitious, free, project that you know, he's going to be releasing. But even if it costed, like, you know, even $50 would be cheap for this game. I mean, imagine again several thousand cards being implemented into it. But I like it. I like the idea of it. But also, there's another problem. If any of you guys want to actually play the Yu-Gi-Oh game, I feel like these duels would take really long, especially if you're going to make animations. Like, several thousand cards is enough already, but having each card have their attack animation, that's a whole nother level of ambition. Like, and I feel like that's where I want to end off the video. I've kind of talked about the pros. Obviously, it's really cool, but how long would you guys be willing to play on this? Like I said, the Yu-Gi-Oh fans are making some of the greatest games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2, Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D. All these things are so cool, but you guys can see how it's like scanning the room. And again, it's a really, really cool and ambitious project, but I feel like it can't be super successful in the sense where it'd be monetizable for Konami. And that's more than likely the reason why we won't get a 3D game like that would be for the HoloLens. Again, the demographic is too small, and the cost would be astronomically high if Konami would be taking on this project. But I would love for them to prove me wrong and be like, yo, let's hire a general kid, let's get a huge team, let's make this game happen. But I feel like HoloLens is definitely the way to go. A few of you guys mentioned, like, on the HTC Vive, like the headset where, like, you'd sit down and play. I feel like that's not the right way to go. But let me know if you guys think that that's the better way to go with this, because I want to get your guys' feedback on this, because if there's enough people to, you know, crowdsource this, then, like, maybe this guy could finish off the project. This could be his full-time job. I mean, the first video that he made, it has, like, a lot of views. That's 700,000 views. And if you guys don't know, it's really difficult to get Yu-Gi-Oh videos to get, like, this high. Like, this is a super hype thing. And obviously, once it comes out, you know, if it ever, like, fully releases, it would be super hype. But, again, how many people are willing to spend, you know, several $1,000s on the actual product itself? Obviously, $50 per game, that's really whatever. If they were even to make a game and talk about Konami. But I think that this deserves a little bit more attention, because look, this is only it's got only 10,000 views, which is still not bad for, like, Yu-Gi-Oh videos, because you know, when you compare it to Call of Duty, even though people are like, Call of Duty's dying, Yu-Gi-Oh, it just doesn't generate that many views. So I wanted to help this guy out because he's doing something that I think a lot of people in the community would really enjoy to see. But also, I want to know your guys' like threshold on price, because Yu-Gi-Oh is an expensive game. We were spending, like, look at how much Dimension Barrier is, like $100. And look at Potted Design. I mean, you guys know, the Yu-Gi-Oh game is expensive, but how many of you guys would be willing to buy a headset? Like, let's say they made the headset like $1,000. Would you guys be willing to do this? If, like, you know, the headset, you know, it was, you know, several, like $1,000. I still think at that price point it's too much. I think it needs to be like a few hundred, and even that's stretching it. You're really limiting the demographic that can be playing this. Even if you made it like 3D on a phone, I feel like that's not the right way to go. It's got to be HoloLens. I feel like it's HoloLens or nothing, but there's a really cool part in this that I wanted to fast forward to. Again, credit goes to him, and I'll link him down below. But you guys can see he, like, matches. Oh, let me go fast forward a little bit more. That looks so freaking awesome. I don't know if you guys have played Duel of the Roses, but I would really love to see, like, a sequel to that. I think that would be something that Konami might make in the future that would be really cool for us Yu-Gi-Oh fans to have like a 3D-ish version of Yu-Gi-Oh, because that game, it went, I think it had like a greatest hits too. Like, what was the sequel? I feel like that game deserved a sequel, but hashtag Konami, make Duelist Roses too. But I really feel like this deserved a little bit more attention because, again, like, look at this 700,000 to 10,000. I know that this is like over a year old, but even like later down the line, I just want to give this guy like a big shout out and also kind of talk to you guys about this and get your guys' feedback on it, because you guys wanted my opinion on VR, but I feel like there's so many like this is a downside to the point where I feel like it's probably not going to happen. Like I'm saying on an official Konami game, because again, price point, how much it's going to cost them to make, and then how many people own a HoloLens. And then how many people that own a HoloLens would be interested in this, especially when the price of, you know, making several thousand models and the attack animations, it's not too realistic. But fans, I mean, maybe you guys get like a bunch of creators together and you guys can hit them up and maybe make this thing happen. It'd be cool to see. I mean, right now I'm enjoying the Vive, but I think the HoloLens is it's awesome. It's just like, could you imagine just wearing one of these, going up to like people in real life and dueling them? That would be straight up like the anime, and it would be really cool. But again, I find it to be unrealistic, but I hope it can happen one day. Let me know your thoughts on it down below. And like I said, credit goes to him, and I'll link all the videos if you guys want to watch them down below. But anyways, there we go. We hit that 10-minute AdSense YouTube algorithm, boys. But, yeah, oh, he shows off the HoloLens right here, so this is basically what makes all the magic happen. Probably should, you know, showed you guys that, but that's what the glasses look like, although I kind of showed you guys a picture anyways. But yeah, those are the HoloLenses. I feel like if you play for several hours, though, it might get a little bit heavy, but let me know how you guys feel about Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life, like the HoloLens thing, down below in the comment section below, and check them out if you guys are interested in this. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the vid, make sure you guys hit that like button by slapping it. And if you guys want me to cover any more of these like other obscure Yu-Gi-Oh things, because I thought this was interesting. I'm really glad that he's still persistent on it. Too big of an ambitious project for me, but credit, man. Mad props to General Kid. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing out.